If you want to go inside, you'll have to wait until tomorrow.
That's for your cheek. Now stop your damn carry-on. You want another? Do you?
You won't get away.
Are you yanking my pizzle? I said get out.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm here for Adela.
For Adela? But I paid for that whore.
I'm sure we can come to some agreement. Have you any idea the shit I can land you in if I have a word with the bailiff?
The bailiff doesn't care about some whore.
Maybe, maybe not. He might care about your sodomy, though, if I give him an eyewitness account.
Fucking hell. What do you want from me?
Get out!
Fuck.
Why did you have
I don't
to
need
get
this
mixed
shit.
up in it?
But you haven't heard the last of this, fucker! I'll cut your fucking throat for that!
What in God's name have you done?
I saved you.
Oh my God. Henslin will kill me. If
Maris,
the proprietor...
everything will be...
All right. And he ended...
Leave this place. I'll help you.
What? Why? What are you on about?
Why do you live like this? Why don't you just leave?
How? Like I should just drop everything here, pack my things and go off to see someone I don't even know?
Why not?
It's madness. It's like starting all over from the beginning.
And why did you become,
A prostitute.
Yeah.
If you're expecting to hear some touching tale about a poor girl tossed around by fate, you'll be disappointed. I didn't want a husband, and I needed money.
So just for money?
What do you think I do it for? Love? Have you got a problem with that?
No. Everyone has to make a living, but you don't have to be a bath maid.
So what else should I do, in your opinion?
You can just find yourself a different livelihood.
Why? What's wrong with the one I have?
What about when you get older? Do you think the men will still come to you?
That's true, unfortunately.
You can't go on like this forever. You could catch some nasty disease.
What do you know about such things?
I've seen plenty, believe me. Maybe too much.
Oh, sorry. I try not to think too much about that.
Well, maybe you should. The apothecary in Rat-Eye could tell you a lot about the ailments people come to him with.
I'm still not sure.
Haven't you ever thought of doing something different?
Like what?
Well, wouldn't you like to help the sick?
That's a lot of work, isn't it?
Yes, but you'd have nothing to be ashamed of.
I suppose not. You know, you might be right about some things.
So you'll leave it?
But how? Where would I go? What would I live on?
Wouldn't you like to help in the infirmary at Sasau Monastery?
Would they let me?
You're a bath maid who knows something about healing. They'd be glad to have you.
But where will I live?
There, of course. It's modest, but you'll have everything you need.
I'm not used to much anyway.
See then? I reckon you've nothing to worry about.
All right. Will we go right away?
We can go right now. Come on then.
All right. I'll just say farewell to the girls and pack a few things. Mother of God, I'm all in a flutter. To pack up and go, just like that.
You're doing the right thing. You'll see.
Take care.
told you I wasn't done with you yet. I'll hang you up by the balls from the nearest tree, and then I'll get what I paid for from that harlot.
What are you doing here? Tired of
What's the matter?
Someone there, horse son!
Bring it on.
Will we keep...
Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine. It's you they were after mostly. And are you all right?
Well, they hacked me up a bit, but I'm still on my feet. That's enough.
Good. The sooner we go, the better. I don't want to stay here any longer.
Let's go then.
Goodbye.
Here we are. Give it a while and you'll be happy here. Believe me.
Oh, Henry. I'm starting to have a good feeling about this. Maybe I'll really find happiness here.
I'm sure you will. Johanka will take care of you. She's very good at that.
You know, you're the first one to do something for me, without expecting anything. And I don't have anything to give you, unless... if you wanted. For one last time, together.
You don't have to thank me, and you certainly don't have to offer your body to anyone. Anyone at all.
Oh, thank you, Henry. Thank you.
God be with you, Henry.
I went to Ledetsko like you asked me.
And? How did it turn out?
You were right. Turned out well with Adela. I persuaded her to leave her trade and find a more virtuous job. She's here for you.
That's great news.
I promised her you take care of her, and I brought her here. She'll help you take care of the sick and injured, like you wanted.
You did a great job, Henry. Thank you. Of course I'll take care of her. We can't let her down now.
And how are things going here?
Much the same as always. There are always wounded and sick people. I'm on my feet from morning till night. But Matthias is better. I'm glad about that. There's these troublemakers, though.
Troublemakers?
Aye. While you were gone, some thugs came here and kicked around the gifts that people brought. Then they vanished before the guards got here.
Oh? Who were they?
I didn't see them at it, but there's some fellas hanging around now by the entrance to the monastery. Maybe that's them? And whenever I go into town, they take liberties with me.
Take liberties how? Did they hurt you?
No, they just make all sorts of offensive comments on account of me speaking on the square. And when someone comes to see me, they make trouble for them. So now, almost no one wants to come here. Maybe you could have a word with them?
Shouldn't the custodian deal with that? It's his job, right?
Well, it is, but I don't want to ask him for anything. I don't want to feel obliged to him. I'd rather sort it out without him.
Fair enough.
God be with you.
Beware of that Yonka at the monastery. She leads men astray and tempts them into all sorts of things. She'll go with anyone. God be with you.
Don't play games with me.
Begging your pardon, but I haven't a clue what you mean.
Who sent you here?
Sent us? No one but the Holy Spirit and our Christian duty.
I see. Well, my Christian duty prompts me to give a bit of coin to those in need. What do you say? Are you in need?
Well, thanks for the, alms. Listen, here's how it is. Some of the important citizens here don't care for Johanka talking nonsense about visitations from the Virgin Mary. And there are certain good wives who think she's up to no good. They don't like it that their husbands are hanging around here. And there's talk that she's got something with the custodian and who knows who else. And we're just here to warn decent people about the iniquities going on here.
Uh-huh. Is that so? Well, now you've warned me, you can clear off.
Well, I'm afraid we don't want to do that.
Get the hell out of here and leave Johanka and everyone else here in peace. Got it?
Ah, we'd love to oblige, but we really don't feel like going anywhere. Sorry.
Enough of your nonsense. Clear off, and if I catch you round here again, I'll have you clapped in the pillory.
Good sir, surely you wouldn't pillory simple fellas like us just for wanting to earn a groschen. We'll be on our way, and you'll overlook our little intrusion, all right?
Get going, and don't dare come back.
Aye, aye. We're going.
I dealt with those troublemakers. They won't be coming back in a hurry.
Thanks, Henry. I thought they'd never go. You didn't say anything about it to the custodian, did you?
He knows nothing about it. You don't think I need the help of Sir Sebastian to deal with a few thugs, do you?
Good. I wouldn't want him to think I'm in distress.
Oh? Why's that?
Nothing. It's not important. Listen, there's some merchant staying at the Wagoner's Inn who's been asking after me. Would you go with me to see him? I know those thugs are gone, and it should be safe now, but...
Of course I'll go. It's only a stone's throw after all.
Pavel of Colin, I believe you were asking for me?
Thank you for coming, Johanka. I hope you're not offended by this meeting place. I apologize, but I feel a little confused in your presence. It's your preaching. In truth, I don't know whether I'm speaking to you or the Virgin Mary.
Quite the Madonna is our Johanka. All she's missing is an infant in her arms.
And a blue cloak and a halo? No, no. I believe the Blessed Virgin speaks through me, that's all. Just like Henry's miraculous wit speaks through him. What is it you wanted to see me about, Pavel?
Divine Providence led me back to Sasau after many years, and by the same grace I heard the words you preached, and my eyes were opened.
Just as the Blessed Virgin wanted. Are you troubled by some sin, Pavel?
I've encountered many things in my life, but I never before heard a true prophetess speaking. And you're right. It came to me that it was time for me to make amends for my sin of long ago, and I decided to do some deed for the common good.
You speak very eloquently, Pavel, though a bit mysteriously. I'm not sure I understand you.
I notice you have an armed escort with you.
Henry is my protector, helper, and good friend. Because not everyone in Sasau hears the words of the Virgin with the same piety as you.
This may be yet another ray of divine providence. You see, I'm looking for someone with an adventurous but honest soul. Someone who would find some wealth that I lost and donate it all to the deserving in Sasau.
Aha! Henry here could be just the man you need.
Is that so, Henry?
You won't find a more adventurous soul in these parts.
You speak boldly. That pleases me. Johanka, I'd like to thank you kindly for your visit. I don't wish to detain you any longer.
If you feel we've said all that needs to be said, I'll leave you and Henry to discuss things alone.
So,
Johanka is an exceptional person with an important mission, wouldn't you say?
it's a great honor that Our Lady chose her. For her and for us.
If we were only 1/10 as humble as she, eh?
Anyway, what is it you want help with?
It's like this. In the last year of Emperor Charles's reign, I came here to Sasau to close a profitable deal. But it didn't turn out entirely as planned, and I was obliged to hide some of my money in the woods near the town. Who would even imagine that in the ruins of an old settlement lies a real treasure trove? I tried to go and recover it myself, and I can be glad that I didn't pay for that attempt with my life, as you've probably noticed.
Yes. You look like you were mauled by a pack of enraged squirrels.
The truth is even more absurd. I simply lost my footing and tumbled downhill. No doubt another divine sign that I ought to leave the search to someone such as yourself.
I'm not surprised. Merchants in the wilds are a rare species, unlike humans. Where is this treasure of yours, then? I could get the dog to sniff it out.
I'll describe the way there. You can enter the woods between the quarry and the marshland. You can see the spot from here. There's a small stream that flows into the river. Following it upstream seems simple enough, but actually it took me a long time getting up that slope. As I already said, I tripped and rolled quite a way down, after which I considered it wiser to abandon my search. As if that weren't enough, I lost my hat there.
Well, maybe it'll still be there. Unless it's been devoured by some boar with good taste in clothing.
Who knows? If you should find it, you're welcome to have it. As you can see, I've already got a new one. Anyway, at the point where I fell, there's a forest track that joins the stream. If you follow it closely, and you'll need to keep your eyes peeled, you'll come upon the ruins of a settlement, and in one of those ruins, the money is stashed.
Right, quarry, stream, path, ruins. I should be able to remember that. And I should bring the treasure to you.
Actually, I'd rather you made the donation for me. I'm in no shape for running around now. Just come back when you've found it, or not. Meanwhile, I'll give some thought to who we shall donate the money to. Agreed?
Well, how could I refuse a pleasant stroll in the countryside? I'll be happy to go and look for your stash.
You are indeed an adventurous soul, Henry. As I recall, I hid there not only a large amount of groschen, but also something else. Nothing valuable, just a dagger which will be rusty by now. Please bring that to me too, as a memento. Good luck, Henry, and thank you.
Can you tell me again precisely where this treasure is?
In the woods by Sasau. I can't say quite precisely. It's been a long time since I hid it, and my own attempts at recovering it ended as they did. Most of the way you have to go uphill along the stream that flows into the river next to the Sasau quarry. After a while, you come upon a forest trail that joins with the stream. You're young and agile, so you shouldn't go tumbling head over heels there as I did.
Maybe I could go there on horseback.
It's not ideal terrain for horse riding. A donkey would be better. Anyway, from there you should follow the trail deeper into the woods. I doubt much has changed there over the years. When you reach a small ruined settlement, you're at the right place. The treasure is hidden in one of the ruined houses. I can't remember which. You'll have to search.
When you were talking about donating the money for the common good, what did you have in mind?
The Virgin Mary chose Sasau as the place to reveal her message, didn't she? You don't have to go any further than the Rathaus or the Church of St. Martin. Both places carry the same weight for me. The important thing is, I know Bailiff Haschek or Father Fabian will handle the donation better than, say, the monastery.
Wouldn't you say Johanka's infirmary is working for the common good?
Certainly, but its financial affairs are handled by the monastery, which has a very poor record in that respect.
Then you can go and explain to Johanka and the wounded yourself that they'll suffer on just because you're worried the monastery will build more scaffolding for your money.
That's not how I meant it. It's just that, as a Colleen councillor, I had a certain property dispute with the monastery.
And you'd let my former Skalitz neighbours and Johanka suffer on because of some personal grudge? Do you really think the overseer would give them nothing when it's his duty?
I'd rather the Rathaus or the church had the money. I suppose you're right. I'll allow a donation to the monastery.
What, you think you can stand in my path, Boulder? I won't give in that easy. I must remember this spot when I'm on the way back. Dead and looted. This doesn't look good. I'm here at last. I'll have to comb the whole place. This must be someone else's hiding place.
Mit keresel itt? Véletlenül kibújtál az anyád?
Where is that dog? Oh, he's run off. I hope he comes back. What's happened here? now, that's quite a pile. And the dagger is here. A real treasure trove. So I went looking for that stash of yours.
And how did you get on?
There really was money there, and quite a lot of it. And I found that dagger. When you were talking about donating the money for the common good, what did you have in mind?
As I said, you've no need to go any further than the Sasau Rathaus or St. Martin's Church. I'm not absolutely against giving a donation to the monastery. I can only hope the overseer handles property better than before. Take care.
I'd like to donate quite a large sum to the Sasau Church.
Pro bonum commune, eh? Well, I'll be very happy to accept it. And I can even tell you what it would be used for, so you know how the common welfare will benefit.
What could I contribute the money to?
Well, requiem masses for the dead can shorten the time the departed spend in purgatory. The greater the donation, the more masses I can say, and the more the saints will intercede. Our house of God is also in need of improvement. Having it decorated would certainly bring credit to the benefactor. It would also be possible to give all the money for poverty relief, so those who are not blessed with property have something to live on.
I'd like to contribute to one of the things you suggested.
I see. Which will it be?
I want to contribute to getting the church decorated. It will be in the name of Pavel of Colleen. I'm just his messenger.
How much are you giving?
All of this.
It's a generous gift. I'm glad not everyone is turning from the true faith just because some woman is making a spectacle on the square. God bless you, lad.
Goodbye.
I did what you asked. I donated the money for the common good.
Thank you. Who did you give the money to?
I gave everything to the parish priest of St. Martin's. It'll help the church a lot.
You know, I'd have done the same thing. Perhaps it'll ease my way through the gates of heaven. Thank you, Henry. And give my thanks to Johanka, too. It was an honor to meet an honorable, selfless man like yourself. God be with you.
Farewell, Pavel.
Take care.
What else?
Excuse me, sir. I need...
It can wait. I haven't seen Johanka for some time, but you, on the other hand, seem to be constantly running around her. Tell me, how is she? Is anything the matter with her? If anything at all is troubling her, be sure to tell her. I'll be glad to help.
She's doing well.
I'm glad to hear it. Did she happen to mention me?
Aye, she mentioned you once or twice.
Did she indeed? And what did she say?
Oh, you know, this and that.
Well, give her my regards and tell her if she should need anything. I shall be happy to oblige in any way I can.
All right, I'll tell her.
And next time, she doesn't have to send you. She can come herself, can she not?
I found this document in the woods by Sasau. Careful, it's a bit bloody.
Don't tell me those fools got themselves. To hell with it. And did you come across any cumans?
Yes, they're finished.
There now. It's not such a fuck-up after all. Here's some money for you. It was supposed to be for those idiots, but it seems they asked for 100 groschen more than they deserved. See you later.
For the love of God!
Any news about Matthias?
Yes! It's incredible! But he's much better. He's still lying in bed, but he's slowly recovering his strength. And he's got his appetite back. I think he's really going to make a recovery.
See, like I said, Matthias is as tough as an old boot. About that burger from Colleen.
How did it go?
No, it wasn't at all easy. But in the end, I found the treasure and donated it to the Sasau church.
Great. If it had been easy, we wouldn't need you, would we?
What about those thugs? Did they come back again?
No, not at all. It's like the ground swallowed them up. But, Henry, something else has happened.
Oh? What's that?
The Blessed Virgin visited me again, and she gave me a new message. And I must spread the word to the people right away.
You better not go anywhere on your own. I'll accompany you.
Thanks. Maybe it would be better to avoid the town and meet somewhere out of the way. There's a meadow near the woods by Sasau. It's not too far. We could go there.
That would be wise. All right.
We'll set out tomorrow at dawn. In the meanwhile, you can sleep here if you want. I'll find you a bed. If not, just come at dawn. But don't be late.
Ugh, I've been running around like the devil is on my heels. I could certainly use some sleep.
Don't tempt Satan. Come on then. I'll make up a bed for you and get you something to eat.
Yes, Ma.
Oh, stop it. Take care. Did you sleep all right, Henry?
Oh, like a log. I haven't slept that well for ages.
There. You see how everyone gets well taken care of here. Let's get going, so we're not late.
I'm right on your heels.
she showed me a procession of fine people who had crowns on their heads, dressed in sumptuous cloaks, with swords at their sides. But then came demons of hell. Some of the men drew their swords to battle them, but others began to embrace the demons. They forgot the law, forgot justice, and only used the people for their own ends. The wretched people could take no more. They stopped obeying their wicked masters and sought refuge with the princes of the just. Then the Virgin Mary came to the wicked ones. At her first step, their rich cloaks burst into flames. At her second, their swords broke into pieces. At her third, the crowns cracked on their heads. And then...
Watch out! They're coming. Run!
Henry, let there be no bloodshed.
All right, you win.
He got to cry now. Stop
Well, that's that. Damn busybodies. I hope after that beating they'll leave Johanka in peace.